On today's horribly edited video, which also includes my horribly bad, messy bun, we are going to a reptile event and it's 93 degrees outside. So we are leaving in about half an hour, and I want to kind of walk through the precautions that we take when we're dealing with excessive heat at a function like we're going to today. Caveat, we will cancel an event if the environment is not conducive to having a function that is like safe for the animals. So we already actually canceled an event that was supposed to happen on Tuesday because of where it was at. It was supposed to be in like the middle of a parking lot. That does not work for really hot days. So we do in fact cancel them. The safety of our animals comes first and foremost. So yeah, let's walk through who we're gonna take and what we do to make sure that they are safe. All right, so I'm gonna grab their travel tubs, just in this messy storage closet of ours, so don't mind the mess. But we have these tubs that we keep for kind of travel and also in case of emergency and needed evacuation. We keep puppy pads in them. It's a nice convenient way to travel with snakes just in case they make a mess. It is easy cleanup. So let me get these together and yeah, check back in a sec. All right, so two different types of tubs. We have the retic tubs, which are these like clear tops, and then the boa tubs, which are these solid tops, just so we can easily tell them apart and not accidentally put a retic in a boa tub. And then we also have these kind of basic supplies that we always bring. These are super basic. The place that we're going today already has a like pavilion and a table and all of that stuff. We do have our own table. We do have our own shade tent just in case we need it for certain events, but we always bring hand sanitizer, extra puppy pads just in case someone needs a change. We bring a water dish, especially on a hot day like today, and then like business cards, and I do have some flyers that I will bring as well. Because it is so extremely hot today, I mean, it's 92 where we're at. It'll be a little bit cooler where we're going because it's going to be on the grass by the water. So that's a huge bonus if you're doing something on a hot day. I am going to obviously change so I'm not dying. But the other things that we're going to bring are ice packs just so we can place them underneath a tub to give them like a cool side essentially to hang out if they start getting a little too warm. All right, something else I always do when it is really warm outside, because the inside of cars gets ridiculously hot. We're leaving in about 20 minutes, so I'm actually going to turn my car on now, kick up the AC so it cools off in here, because right now it is way too hot to have any of the snakes in the car. So let's cool this puppy down. The other thing I'm doing is pulling down the seats. Whoops, I need to move that up, but I'm gonna pull these seats down because the tubs usually sit back here just so they get that nice AC flowing. Okay, so bring a second person if you can. I'm very lucky that my husband is into this as much as I am. We packed a thermometer, temp gun. I always get the name wrong. Yeah, so, and then we're bringing Centauri and Aries, and then La is in this tub, and we're also gonna bring Twee. Something else I always do is temp, the inside of the car before we put these guys in here. As you can see, it is a wee bit too hot still, so I'm gonna continue letting the car cool off until we load the kiddos up. All right, you're gonna hear Jasper screaming because he's in his kennel, and he screams when he's in his kennel. So this is my outfit. This is something that we learned last year when doing a really warm event, is wearing long sleeves is helpful because it kind of gives your skin a layer from like yourself and the snake that you're handling. So, because they do like absorb that heat, they're endotherms, they will absorb that, not endotherms, ectotherms, sorry. We're endotherms, so we produce heat, they're ectotherms, so they will absorb whatever heat they're interacting with, and it's really, really hard for them to cool down. So better for us to be a little bit uncomfortable, provide that barrier, so hopefully that will help. All right, let's go share some snakes with some peoples. All right, And we are back. Did I forget to take any film of like the actual event itself? I did. It wound up being with kids. I didn't have a whole lot of information on this specific event, but it turned out to be pretty anticlimactic in terms of needing to deal with the heat because we were inside, which was a delightful surprise. We're inside with air conditioning. You can hear my voice because I was talking to a group of kids. We did 2 groups of kids. It was a summer camp, so that was super fun. So yeah, let's put these guys away. Something I was thinking about that I want to add to our like summertime outreach event paraphernalia is getting like neck wraps, those like cool ones that you can like soak under cold water or freeze or whatever, because they like to wrap around your neck like the snakes do. So that would be a nice little like way to cool them off and still offer them some support. So yeah, let's put these guys back and then I will chit chat with you about how things went. Aries is in here. It thunderstormed on our way out and we just got dumped on, which is why the top is all soggy. Hi, Putty. This is one thing that will tucker him out, is interaction with groups of children specifically. I don't blame him. They're a lot. He's just like, oh, energy spent. And Centauri was our other girl who went with us. Hi, Sweetie Pie, or other retic rather. But yeah, it's so funny that the retics are just like, oh, overstimulation, now I'm sleepy. But they do pretty good. They'll last, you know, an hour or 2 before they need a little break. But I bet you anything they'll be begging to come back out by this evening. But they did very, very good. The kids are very interactive. We had kind of 2 different age groups. The younger kids are very like, they want to get their hands on them. So we just make it clear, like the instructions and everything, and they always do such a good job. And the snakes do such a good job. We've never had an issue. One of the reasons we do like face work and work on getting them used to having hands in their face is for that exact reason. So we don't have to stress if, you know, kids, like someone isn't following directions and is like touching a snake on the face. We've never had an issue with an animal even like reacting at all to it. They're just like, okay, you know, I'm in their face all the time, so they're used to it. Let's put the sleepy girl back. You ready for nap time, honey bun? Yeah, she likes to nap in that corner. Good girl. Shy's like, hey man, why don't you leave me behind? You're gonna come with us tomorrow. We have another event tomorrow, so he'll come with us because he's a little social dude too. Hi buddy, did you wake up? Come on, Mantum. He also shed yesterday, so I think he's a little sleepy from that. He's always sleepy for about 24 hours post-shed. Go back into your house, sir. Good boy. All right, he woke back up, so I just might let him explore for a little bit. Look at that. It rained so hard. So Law and Twee were our other kiddos. She's such a good girl. Hi. I know, you were such a good girl. She's like, she didn't want to be put back. She was having fun. All right, you ready to go back home? And last but not least, my buddy Twee came with us as well. He's always a popular one because he's such a big male. Like, he's not huge for a boa, but he's big for a male boa imperator, especially for people who aren't used to snakes. The most challenging thing with this boy is he's so heavy-bodied, kind of holding him in a way that makes him accessible for the kids to like pet and touch and try and hold. Can be a little, he gets a little like, ooh, like if he's not supported, he just gets a little squiggly. So oftentimes I just sit on my lap or sit on the floor and have him on my lap, and that seems to work out well. Off he goes. Good boy. And that's about it. Today was super simple and super easy. I like doing events indoors for like, especially with school events, because they always have tables and are all like, they're always ready. So we just essentially need to bring the animals and any like, we always bring stickers for the kids, and like hand sanitizer is another big one. But yeah, other than that, there wasn't anything that we really needed to bring other than the snakes. So it makes it really easy. For other events, when we need to bring like our own tent and our own table and everything like that, it gets a little bit more complicated.
especially when it's really hot outside. So common kind of misconception is the reptiles like it when it's really, really hot. Once it gets past like 85, sometimes even like 80 degrees, depending on if you're on like tarmac or not, it can get way too hot, way too fast. So we always bring a temp gun. We always bring like ice packs. We always bring kind of backup for, you know, just in case it gets too hot. Today was fine, so yay. So yeah, super basic education events in a nutshell, kind of what we bring, who we bring. We do bring other animals with, like Ivy will come with us. Iris will start coming to outreach events this year. The only animal we don't really take is Cogs, which if you follow me on Instagram, you know why we don't take Cogs. Eventually he might be fine. I would love to bring him and show him off, even if it's just a like look, don't touch kind of situation, because he is such a gorgeous animal. So yeah, if you have any questions about like who we bring with us and how we choose the animals that we bring, or what we bring with us, what supplies are needed, and how to like kind of get started. We still are kind of in the amp up portion. We don't get a ton of bookings every month, but it's definitely more this year than last year, so it's growing, which is awesome. But yeah, if you're in the, you know, Western PA area and want a fun interactive reptile event with some very friendly snakes, then yeah, definitely reach out. We have actually reach out, like an outreach program interest form on our website, so I can link that below as well. Hopefully that was at least slightly informative. I apologize if I missed something that is obvious, or if you all have any. I just hit myself in the chin. It's been a day. But yeah, if you have any suggestions or like tips or tricks that you use for outreach programs and education events, I would love to hear them. I think we can all kind of help each other like do this really, really well and bring these animals into the public with a very like educational spin, and it really helps with like the fear mongering and stuff, which, so yeah, the more tips the better. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, toss them below. And as always, if you feel so inclined, liking and subscribing helps us out a ton, and I will catch you next week. See ya.